even get over this. Now, I heard about this last week because he got signed, or it got signed to a label. So, AI rapper FN Meka dropped from label for being racist ass robot. The virtual rapper has been criticized for dropping the N-word and promoting gross stereotypes. And this is what it looks like. It's like a mix between a bunch of different rappers and stuff, I guess. It's weird. Let's read through this, and we'll get a little deeper onto it, and we'll go in a little further. Robots, they're just like us because they can get canceled too. Apparently, virtual rapper FN Meka had made FN headlines, which is such a stupid thing. I hate that. I hate that someone wrote FN headlines. Virtual rapper FN Meka made headlines when it was signed by Capitol Records. So let's go over here first. And Capitol Records, cancel. Get out of here. Jesus. Capitol Records just signed a virtual artist, FN Meka. He has over 10 million followers on TikTok. So here's the dude. So let's read this and then we'll go back to this other one. So we all know where the story ends. MBW is a pretty good on stats. Okay, hold on. There is one major label sign we spotted fairly early, though. In April last year, we told you about a robot rapper called FN Meka, the virtual artist creator who will come back later. Told us at the time Meka was created using thousands of data points compiled from video games and social media. So he was just something that was compiled by an algorithm, right? I want to deny all that shit. Just over a year later, FN Meka has over 10 million followers on TikTok. Not only that, he just has been signed by one of the most powerful record companies in the world, Capitol Records. Capitol claims FN Meka, who has over 1 billion views on TikTok, is the number one virtual being on the video platform, as well as the world's first AR artist to sign with a major label. His debut major label single, Florida Water, a collaboration with Billboard chart topper Gunna, who's in prison or in jail right now for RICO charges, and professional Fortnite player Clicks, who is just this little white kid, is out on Friday, August 12th, which I think this was last year. It has been produced by Turbo, Travis Scott, Young Thug, and Lil Baby, and executive produced by DJ Holiday, Gucci Mane, and Nicki Minaj. Ryan Rudin, Capitol Music Group's Executive Vice President of Experimental Marketing and Business Development, tells MWB that the project meets the intersection of music, technology, gaming, culture, and is just a preview of what's to come. The song Florida Water meets at the intersection. Okay, we know that. Added Rudin, this latest project with FN Meka and Clicks, while a first of its kind, is the only an evolution of Capitol Records' 80-year history of innovation. The move marks one of Capitol's boldest, yet under the leadership of Michelle Jubiler, who's named chair and CEO of Capitol Music Group, technically speaking, FN Meka is voiced by a human, but everything else about him, from his lyrics to the chord to the tempo, underpinning his music is based on AI, which is a lie. It's not. Alongside the release of Florida Water to streaming platforms, Capitol has also inked what it calls a unique partnership with royalty-free music startup Slipstream. As a result, Florida Water is being made available to creators to use the music on YouTube and Twitch without monetization or takedowns. Slipstream, which raised $7.5 million of series of financial round from investors including Sony, Third Prime, and okay, all right. It was launched by entrepreneurs. Yeah. Who cares? Okay. In December, music industry veteran Anthony Martini exited his role of CEO of Royalty Exchange and joined Slipstream. Martini, who is one of the founders of, happens to be the co-founder of Factory New, the virtual record label that first signed FN Meka. In an interview of MBW last year, Martini told us the company developed proprietary AI technology that analyzes certain popular songs of a specified genre and generates recommendations for the various elements of song construction, lyrical content, chords, melody, tempo, sounds, etc. We then combine these elements to create a song. He added, as of now, a human voice performs the vocals, but we are working towards the ability to have a computer come up with and perform its own words, and even collaborate with other computers and co-writers. So, taking a step back right now, looking at this, the idea that music and words and melodies that touch human souls can be generated by a computer solely, I don't know if that's possible currently. And if it is currently possible, then boy, are we fucked. Boy, are our musicians fucked anyways, I should say. But I don't know. I feel like this was a good endeavor. I think this was a cool idea, but I think it just went in the wrong direction. And they went for a rapper, and it pissed off a bunch of people, which we'll get to in a second. But admittedly, they're saying that it is voiced by a real person. And I think the person who voices him is a white dude. I'm not sure. Let's look it up. Because here's the problem. They're dropping N-bombs, y'all. They're talking about police brutality. And people don't like that. The voice of... According to Meka Creators Factory New Founder, blah, 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 the voice most often being Kyle the Hooligan has been revealed by Gene. Oh, I think Kyle the Hooligan is actually a black rapper. So let's look into that. Yeah, so Kyle the Hooligan is actually a black rapper. So the voice, it's voiced by a black rapper, which is good. I mean, consider they're dropping N-bombs, but I could have swore there was a time. Hold on. There was a time. Evan virtual. Yeah, we know that. Meet the humans. I want to see the humans, you fuckers. Which rappers? In the Genius video. Okay, so let's watch the Genius video. Where is that video? All right, this was done 1 year ago.
Artificial intelligence is all around us, from the phones we carry to the algorithms that service the music that we listen to. It's literally used in everything. But over the last few years, and in particularly the last few months, AI has been used to create actual rap songs, and in one instance, actual rappers. And it forced me to ask the question, is it just AI, or is it a band of people coming together to masquerade as AI? AI's use in creating music has been widely documented. OpenAI, an AI research company, released a slew of music in 2020 in the ethos of popular musicians like Katy Perry, and singer Holly Herndon uses AI as an assistant to create pop music. But like I said before, what about actual rap songs? Well, yeah, that's happened too. Enter Travis Bott.
No, you talking trippy on my plane. I just want your first lane.
We didn't expect it to. It was
Travis
more of an internal
Bott
experiment on ours that we kind of went all in on, and we didn't expect it to garner such like a feverish response, literally around the world.
That's Ned Lampert and Micah Coolish from Space 150, the company behind.
AI is so scary that there is now an AI that is able to say anything that someone famous voice. Yeah. No, we were talking about that the other day with Dustin. He was a guest, and we were talking about how Tom Cruise deep fake Tom Cruise, if you didn't know that wasn't Tom Cruise, you'd be like, that's Tom Cruise acting all crazy, which, Tom Cruise does act crazy as fuck. But there's some AI. Yeah, you can now take it. It's like Photoshop for voice, where you can literally take what people are saying, just take a wealth of information, dump it into a computer, and now you can have Joe Rogan saying whatever you want, or now you can have Travis Scott say whatever, or now you can have Mikey P say whatever you want him to say. He can just be saying a bunch of racist shit and then get him canceled. I mean, it is nuts. It's fucking wild. It is fucking wild. Or fake Vitaly Klitschko calling the official representative Vitaly Klitschko. That's a fighter, right? Klitschko is a fighter. I don't know.
Behind Travis bot. Gina spoke with them to find out how they created a robot version of Travis Scott that wasn't in Fortnite.
Yes.
This made waves when it dropped last year.
Thank you.
It was obviously fake, but some of the lyrics sounded like they were straight from the mind of LaFlame.
I ain't got the surface cause I know I'm not that hard. But I got all my old bitches mad by the bars. Thinking at the Grammy in the family I got stars. Tried to put it in the play, but the blame be on the cars.
According to Ned and Meka, they fed a computer hundreds of Travis Scott songs, which then spat out lyrics. They sent me a doc with them, and they're pretty unusual. Check out these bars. I mean, I can tell you I can for us in the basement. I just with my brothers on the plane. Look at my doors like I'm right now. The barch so you got it for the same past. It's lit because, like you just heard, most of it didn't make any sense. A human hand was needed to actually craft the songs to make them palatable, so they didn't go full Matrix on you. Then they had Dallas rapper So Topic become Travis Scott and rap the songs. In a tweet last year, he said, quote, "It was the weirdest thing I've ever been a part of." This entire endeavor raised some serious ethical concerns, and the aforementioned Holly Herndon critiqued them in an interview, saying, quote, "Is it okay to literally sample someone's personhood? Are we okay with that as a society? And if we're okay with that, how does that play out within the existing..."
I mean, AI boy, Alboy, or is it AI boy? Is that real? Is there an AI boy rapper? Oh, I see. I'm out here like looking like, is there
power
one?
Structures that we already have in society. Space 150 maintains that they weren't trying to make any money with Travis Bot and that they were just trying to start a conversation. But not everyone is in this AI rapper game for the lulz or even altruistic reason.
Not everyone in the AI rapper game is here for fucking the lulz, baby. We're here for the moolah, the big green, baby.
Some people are actually here to make money.
Really?
Enter FN Meka. FN Meka is a virtual human influencer with more than 9 million followers on TikTok. Its greatest hits include an AirPod shotgun, selling a toilet as an NFT, and many others. In 2019, it released 2 songs, Internet.
Here we go again. Another nigga talking on the fucking internet. Buddy big mad cause his bitch gave me neck. Worked all night like the shit both flex. Nigga, why you mad? Go and get yourself a check.
And Moonwalking.
Moonwalking with a shotty in the lot. Moonwalking with a shotty in the lot. Feel like Hank Hill when I raise the bottom. I don't see no niggas like we playing hot.
The tracks were clearly chasing the ethos of embattled artists 6ix9ine and TK in Moonwalking and on Internet respectively. These cuts were synced to TikToks in an effort to go viral. But it was its branding as the first robot rapper that really made me ask questions. Who was the voice behind FN Meka? Who are the people?
No, it's not completely. It's not completely AI. So there are real voices, there are real vocalists, and there are real there are some people writing lyrics, but apparently some of it is. So it's not full Matrix. It's just it's like they jump off. Their jump off point is what the AI spits out. And so, yeah, it is scary.
Controlling FN Meka. Why are they masquerading behind this avatar? Why won't they just be transparent? Its most recent effort is Speed Demon, which is made entirely by AI, which is clear, judging by its unintelligible lyrics.
She wanna skirt in my whip. She wanna skirt in my whip. She only love me cause she know that I'm famous, so she live a skirt in my whip.
So Speed Demon was our first real foray into AI, like music creation.
In my mission to find Meka's true creators, I landed on Anthony Martini. He's part of Factory New, Meka's record label. Him and I spoke on a few occasions about FN Meka. At first, he wanted me to treat FN Meka as if it were a real, living, breathing robot.
Right now, all these worlds are sort of separated, right? You have like the virtual world, you have video game world, you have human world, all that. At some point, it's all going to be blurred anyway.
He even had me speak with someone who supposedly was FN Meka.
To be honest, I have no idea why. I was created by Factory New, and I was coded hard-headed beliefs to just rap.
For the entire conversation, this person never left character.
Really based on statistics, right? So the AI scans what's currently popular, and we try and mimic music that's popular in the current culture.
The whole thing felt weird, and they were still being cagey as to who was behind FN Meka and why. After reading hundreds of comments on Meka's videos, one name continually popped up. Chris Lee, aka Clegg FX. Lee is a triple threat. Vlogger, designer, music video director, and much more. He's the co-founder of RTF KT Studios, where they create and sell sneaker NFTs and other collectibles. He's involved in the creation of Meka's record label, Factory New. He hails from Salt Lake City, Utah, the same location where FN Meka claims as its home database our virtual human database. Here Lee is seen it.
The home database. Oh, shit.
April 2019, announcing FN Meka as an early signee of Factory New. Genius reached out to Chris numerous times to get him on the record for this interview, but he declined to comment. But he did issue one statement. It said, quote, "Thanks for your interest. I only sponsor FN Meka with my NFT brand RTF KT Studios," which was true, but the evidence suggests way more. I went back to the aforementioned post and I kept looking through comments, and one of them blew the whole story wide open. In it, he responds to a commenter asking a question about FN Meka by saying, quote, "He's created in my brother's lab." Chris Lee's brother's name is Brandon, and he also goes by Gun Junkie. In the early 2010s, he made skins for Dota and the video game CSGO. Brandon is also a moderator of a Steam group called Factory New. A source on background confirmed to me that Brandon is behind the design of FN Meka with Chris Lee as the brains. Meka's 2 songs dropped in the months after the announcement, with TikTok videos pushing each. I thought back to my interview with Meka, or whomever was claiming to be Meka, and I asked it if it believed that one day robot rappers or musicians will overtake human musicians and become our musical overlords. And its answers were peculiar, to say the least.
Yes, because humans are very limited in their dictionary, right? If neural net comes, or just AI in general, I think robots and humans are going to get smarter overall.
So clearly, I needed to take a step back and figure out exactly what I was dealing with. What is a virtual human anyway?
So a virtual human is obviously...
Whew. Okay. I read this book by, what's this guy's name? It was 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. Who is that guy? Shit, I keep forgetting his name. Yuval Noah Harari. And he's actually part of the WEF, by the way, the World Economic Forum, which is very interesting. But in any case, he was talking about how AI is going to become so embedded with our thoughts, feelings, memories, emotions and it's going to get so developed in a way that it's going to be able to, AI is going to be able to create music specific for your mood, for your environment, for what you want. So you'll be able to create music through robots in your head to fit whatever emotion and environments and feelings that you're going through at that moment. Can AI delete trauma? That would be let's just hope so. So the fact that we're already here, and when they're talking about neural net, they're talking about the neural net and Neuralink and how far that's going to go and how far that's going to take us. Where's this all going? Are we going to be in a world where we're only entertained by algorithms and artificially intelligent bots that were programmed off of the data that's being collected, this mass data collection? Will AI be able to sort of convince humans that this is good? I mean, the thing is that this FN Meka, he went viral. I mean, he has 10 million fucking followers on TikTok. So this dude, I mean, this fucking robot is doing something. It's effective. It's touching. It's hitting the right strings for some people, for the young people. So what does this mean? Are we going to be? Are we convinced? Is art going to be a thing of the past for humans, for humanity? Will humans just stop doing art because the robots do it for us? I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. It's so interesting to see how these new programs, especially for like for Illustrator or for graphic designers, where they have paintbrushes now that like just draw hair perfectly, and like what I saw this TikTok is like, watch me fucking basically rip off people who hired me to do things, and I'm just going to use this paintbrush to do the work for me. I'd rather be listening to pigeons playing ping pong. They're a good band. They're a good band, Naders. I think they were at the Hookahville this year. Acoustic Hookah. Naders, you might like Acoustic Hookah. They're a regional band. They're pretty big around here. And they do a hippie festival every year. And they're cool with the pigeons playing ping pong. The Works. I know the Works are cool with those guys. Pigeons playing ping pong. Who else is it? It's there's a whole new breed of jam bands that are all just interconnected. They're all hanging out, fucking doing shit. Andy Frasco is not part of that, but that's what I've been known as, Andy Frasco and the Union. Oh shit, who is that band? The Works. Not the Motet, not Lettuce. This is coming up. Is this coming up or is this already? I think this already happened actually. Justin Smith and the Daydreamers, Bacano. Whatever. In any case. Oh, it's called Twiddle? Twiddle? Is that the name of it? Twiddle is the name of it. Twiddle? Is that the name of a band? Yes. Woman be shopping, am I right? Yes, they do. Twiddle band. Yeah. Yes. So Twiddle is another band that's part of that whole crew. In any case, sorry, we got distracted. Let's get back to this. Listening to real music, Nate, so you make a good point. Are people going to want to actually give their time and energy to AI generated art? Or are they going to want to hold on to the old-fashioned made by human art, right? So who knows? Now we still need an outlet, but maybe AI can help. Well, and of course, there's people out there who use AI to help with their art. We're just talking about there's different paintbrushes that just basically create the art for you. The way we have it now with the way we have DAWs, digital audio workstations are basically, they have beats, they have rhythms, they have everything you need already. I mean, they have synths where you just push a button, make rhythm, and it's fine. You just go with it. So it's really, I mean, we're already in a point where we actually are relying on artificial intelligence to make art for some. How long does it take before we just submit?
A synthetic version of a human created through CGI. It can be a static character that you look at on a screen, or it can be a character that talks to you in some way or is in some form of video. But it's synthetic. It's computer-generated imagery.
That's Dudley Neville Spencer of the Virtual Influencer Agency. He works with brands.
And if we were talking about imagery, we got to talk about crossing the uncanny valley. Is that going to be something that we can get across and find? And Gene, welcome. Hello.
Craft virtual humans and is currently involved in creating a code of ethics of brands who manage these characters. Dudley thinks FM Meka is actually pretty good design.
It's the CGI which makes it, creating the AirPod rifle and all that kind of stuff. That's very clever, because that's new, that's interesting, and they're cultural touchstones which that age group are going to be very, very interested in.
But he also believes it's important for the humans behind these characters to be public.
It's really important. If it's an avatar of a real human, you need to know who that human is. because if you have avatars of 50-year-old men pretending to be 12-year-old girls, that's a big problem.
Studies show that people
That is a big problem. Good point.
actually believe these robots are real people. But he sees a utility in using Meka as a vessel to create and sell pop music.
The music almost becomes, oh, well, I'm going to watch it because I'm actually being entertained. Do I think it's that good? It's probably better than any other robots music I've heard, but I don't necessarily think it's going to change the world yet.
Armed with this knowledge, I linked up with Ant from Factory New once more.
Like I mentioned before, it's not like it's a top secret thing where, if you do enough searching, you'll know who's behind it.
Asked him if he could confirm that Meka's creator was Brandon Lee.
I can't confirm or deny. I've always wanted to say that in an interview, but
In a statement Anthony provided me on behalf of Factory New from Brandon Lee after that interview, Brandon confirmed that he is in fact the creator of FN Meka. He said, quote, FN Meka was originally a concept character for a video game project called Clout Fighter. It is essentially a video game where SoundCloud rappers fight each other, which is similar to one of my favorite games ever, Def Jam Vendetta. The statement went on to say that Meka's design is a combination of, quote, Icy Narco, Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. As for the secrecy, Lee said, quote, the people behind FN Meka wish to stay somewhat behind the scenes because Meka receives a lot of hate mail, death threats, etc. As for the voice behind Meka's 2 earlier songs, Lee says it was Kyle the Hooligan. Genius made contact with Kyle, but he did not answer any questions as to his involvement with FN Meka. Anthony says FN Meka is just one piece in a wider rollout for Factory New.
the FN characters are going to be kind of like the internal, like the Marvel Universe model, where it's like anything that's FN will be sort of created from scratch in-house and built up, and those are more like part of Factory New specifically.
In fact, FN Meka is already fighting with another character called FN Normal, a robot beef of some sorts. And the top comment on the YouTube post says, quote, yes sir, I got money on my boy, FN Meka. Does Meka dream of electric sheep? It seems like we'll never know. I'm Jacques Morel with Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music.
So he actually did a really good job on an update too, and we'll go and watch his TikTok because he's no longer with Genius. He's actually has his own TikTok channel or profile, whatever you want to call it. God, I sound like a fucking old boomer. And he did a really good job on sort of the update, what's going on now. So we'll watch that. So all that sort of leading back to where we're at now. And where are we at now? Okay, so virtual rapper FN Meka. Okay, where were we? Okay, we haven't even read this. Bots fighting. What a time to be alive. Yeah, wait until the bots are fighting each other IRL, and then we'll all be like, dear God, what a time to be alive. No, the humanity, or the lack of. Virtual rapper FN Meka made headlines when it was signed by Capitol Records, who claimed it to be the first AR artist to sign with a major label. A few weeks later, FN Meka became the first AR artist to be dropped by a major label after the backlash, noting that this was virtually some 21st century blackface shit. That's funny, which is horrible. This was a quote from okay, so CMG has severed ties, which is Capitol Music Group. Capitol Music Group has severed ties with the FN Meka project effective immediately. This is also quoting CMG. We offer our deepest apologies to the Black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project. Mighty, what's up, G? Good to see you. Welcome in, Mighty. Thank you so much for being here. We're just talking about AI robots that are getting dropped from record labels because they're racist robots. We got racist robots, motherfuckers. What do you think of that, butt sluts? We got racist ass robots. We need to stop with the bending of the knee to cancel culture. I agree. That is something I agree with. So it is interesting, right, that these non-black folks made this character who looks I don't know, they're kind of like, I can't even tell what kind of race they are, but They look black represented, and they definitely drop N-bombs, and they talk about police brutality and such. So, it is interesting. What if we make black robots? Double mate. Yeah, double mate. Double mate. What if we make black robots? Well, that should solve all of our problems. Black robots for the win. I made a black character on PS Home. Well, that's nice. Nothing wrong with that. FN Meka is a product of Factory New, which we just were learning about, a media company focused solely on virtual and digital talent. Co-founder Anthony Martini told Music Business last year. FN Meka was their first character designed by Martini's business partner Brendan Lee, using thousands of data points compiled from video games and social media. Social media and video games? Why, no one ever uses offensive language or crude stereotypes there. What could go wrong? Of course, Entertainment Weekly throwing in a little comedy there, a little sarcasm. So what is FN Meka's artistic process, if you can call it that? According to Martine, they developed a proprietary AI technology that analyzes certain popular songs of a specific genre, a specified genre, and generates recommendations for the various elements of song construction: lyrics, content, chord, melody, tempo, sounds, etc. When then combined these elements to create a song. So they're saying that they developed a technology that analyzes popular songs and then generates similar melodies and shit like that sort of fit. Fun fact: that's how Stevie Wonder's made songs in the key of life was made. No, that's not a fun fact. He was a big black dude with a PS jersey and big ass afro doing the spring roll. It was great. God bless you, Gene. God bless you. Since that interview, FN Meka has amassed more than 10 million followers on TikTok, where the music industry goes for ideas and where creativity goes to die. God, this is a very opinionated piece. Capital was eager to sign the robot rapper with Ryan Rudin, CMG's executive vice president, and experimental marketing and business development, touting it's just a preview of what's to come. More racist robots. Activist Collective Industry Blackout issued a statement after the news signing spread, calling FN Meka an amalgamation of gross stereotypes, appropriative mannerisms that derive from black artists, complete with slurs and infused in lyrics. So let's go over here and let's read this is from Industry Blackout. This is one of the bigger activist organizations that railed against this song. Dear Capitol Records, it has come to our attention that your company has decided to partner with Factory New on signing the artificially designed rapper FN Meka. While we applaud innovation in tech that connects listeners to music and enhances the experience, we find fault in the lack of awareness in how offensive this caricature is. It is a direct insult to the black community and our culture, an amalgamation of gross stereotypes, appropriative mannerisms that derive from black artists, complete with slurs infused in lyrics. That's just the first paragraph. This digital effigy, God, I love the word choices here, is a careless abomination and disrespectful to real people who face real consequence in real life. For example, Gunna, a black artist who is featured on a song with FN Meka, is currently incarcerated for rapping the same type of lyrics this robot mimics. The difference is your artificial rapper will not be subject to federal charges for such. And, okay, first of all, Gunna is not in prison for being a rapper, okay? Let's just back up a minute. Gunna is in jail right now for fucking murder and distributing drugs and fucking and having being a part of a whole racketeering gang. Okay, he's in there for racketeering, not for rapping. So And I get that they're trying to say, the subject matter of what Gunna is saying, but Gunna, there is thousands of rappers that talk about doing dirt and committing crimes and growing up in the hood who have never had any experience with that kind of lifestyle. So, no, he's in there for being a foul mouth. Yes, exactly, G. Exactly. A black artist who was featured on the song is currently incarcerated for rapping the same type of lyrics. I mean, he's not in there for rapping about racketeering. He's in prison for racketeering. So, okay, word salad there, but that's fine. Was the hint of sarcasm? Mighty, what did you say? Hello, good to see you. I don't think it was a hint of sarcasm, Naders. Mighty is pretty straightforward. They let you know how they feel. For your company to approve this shows a serious lack of diversity and resounding amount of tone-deaf leadership. This is simply unacceptable and will not be tolerated. We demand this partnership be terminated, a formal public apology be issued, FN Meka removed from all platforms. Furthermore, all monies spent by Capitol Records and Factory New for this project will be allocated to the charitable organizations that directly support black youth in the arts, as well as marketing budgets for black artists signed to Capitol Records. We look forward to your response and compliance. And here's the thing, too. I don't like that that's what this has come down to, that it's about compliance. It's like you must comply with all of our demands or your whole company is done, son. No jokes allowed in here, Naders. You're not allowed to joke in here, goddammit. This is a serious fucking show. Okay, we're talking about racist robots right now, Naders. Yeah, go hide. Go hide like your father used to do. I'm just kidding. When you're in a fight with your partner and they're just like, yeah, go do that just like your father. And it's just like, oh, these motherfuckers. This fucking bitch. Is Nader's gonna have to choke a bitch? Oh, he's back. He's back, everybody. He's back. Again, I could see why people were a little sensitive to this rapper, this artificial rapper dropping N-bombs and perpetuating negative stereotypes to the black race. He's been on a 20-year cigarette run. Aw, sorry, Naders. I'll be back, Naders. Make sure you take care of your mom. I'm going to get a pack of smokes. Okay, Dad. I got it. Sorry. Okay. Anyways. So again, I'm not trying to shit on Industry Blackout. I realize that they're there to make a better world, but I don't like the idea of compliance. I don't like the idea that this is not just an ask. This is a threat, in a sense, right? Because they're not gonna just if nothing happens, they're just gonna keep going. But here's the thing: if they wouldn't have responded, if Capitol Records wouldn't have responded, it would have probably just fizzled out. Like with Dave Chappelle, which keeps getting, the flame keeps getting flamed up. The fire keeps getting, gas adding to flames. But, Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, all these people who have been canceled, they're doing fine, right? So I feel like if Capitol Records would have just maybe made an adjustment and maybe not make the but here's the thing. It's a black presenting AI. Shouldn't it be allowed to say the N-word? Shouldn't it be allowed to talk about these issues if it's a black presenting AI? It's a black presenting character. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't like the idea of censorship, y'all. I don't like it. But I see why people are upset about it. So let's go check out should we check out the comments on this one? Because I'm sure they're Fine. I noticed they said the AI was based off a real rap artist. Which one exactly? And isn't that basically stealing music in a messed up way from people? I mean, if I write a song and sing like people intentionally, that would be ripping people off. That's true, D'Angelo, but people do it all the time. It's a part of the whole business. It's called sampling. Hip hop sold its soul a long time ago and has been perpetuating negative images and influencing the masses. The mirror has two faces, and anyone who signed a deal in the game up until now already took the Judas Silver blackout. You're late. Okay. This is kind of true in a sense. I've seen a lot of people, especially black people, who've been like, yo, today's hip hop and rap perpetuates all the negative stereotypes against black folks. So there is a big movement within the black community that hip hop and rap music is detrimental to the mental health and the mental well-being of the black community. A huge proponent of this is Thomas Sowell, who is a black economist, and he's just a very, very intelligent human being. And, he has his take on this, but he's not the only one. There's tons of people who are just like, I don't know, hip hop is already kind of it's kind of already has these bad connotations to it. And so, in any case, black people are not creating the characters, so that makes the robot a caricature and therefore hella disrespectful. Oh, Raina, thank you for coming in here. I'm glad we had this. Black presenting, but are his pixels really black? It says pixels really black. Let's take a look at F and Meka. I mean, looks black. It looks black. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So even if the lyrics and his voice is voiced by a black person, it's still disrespectful right now. Kind of like the voice actor for Cleveland Brown. He got out before the mob came for him. That's true too, Naders. That's true too. Fucking, what's his name? What's his name? Cleveland Brown's voice actor. His name is Henry something. Mike Henry. There you go. He's voiced by a white dude. This is who Cleveland is voiced by. This guy. And he still voices it, by the way. Mike Henry still voices Cleveland Brown. But you know who doesn't? Who doesn't voice? Who doesn't do a voice for a person of color that used to? Hank Azaria. They killed off Apu. Apu no longer exists. Hank Azaria will no longer voice Apu on The Simpsons. So I don't know. How is it Azur's? I think he's just, I don't think, what do you mean Azur's? What is it? Now it's Azur's? What is Azur's? I said that because I just had to say hello. Sorry. No, Mighty Naders was just joking. You're good. It was all jokes and lols. Anyways, where were we? What were we just talking about? Oh, we were talking about, okay. So yeah. So to this person, that is true. There are people who believe that rap culture and hip hop culture is perpetuating negative stereotypes in the black community. I like to joke about today's rap. What happened to the good old days when we were rapping about gangbanging, banging bitches, and smoking weed? Yeah, what happened to the good old days about just punching the bitches, smacking the hoes? What happened to those good old days of rap? I mean, some rappers are like that. What happens when someone who creates an AI does a VTuber like personality and creates music that has similar styles like that AI? It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. What if a creator uses a virtual character that streams and does music? What if they hide behind a wall of anonymity? There's already notable streamers where no one knows if they're male creator or a female creator behind it. Same could be applied to race. It's true. And when we think about it, I guess it's not accepted socially for people to like Rachel Dolezal, right? Rachel Dolezal famously was someone who identifies as a black woman who is a very white woman. She was the head of the NAACP in the Northwest region of America. You know what? Fucking Gene, you better leave me alone. Martina Big. Yeah, Martina Big is out there doing it big. There are people who might identify as black and are out there doing these things. There are VTubers out there who that could be any color. We don't know who these people are. We don't know what they're doing. So if a VTuber is white and their VTube character is a black, okay, so what if it's a white girl and the VTube character is a black male? A male presenting or whatever. Is that wrong? So if a white streamer, white girl, pretends to be a black man as a VTuber, and if you don't know what a VTuber is, it's just like a digital representation of a streamer. So it could be like an animated thing that's streaming. There's some great VTubers out there, but is that wrong? If a white woman is pretending to stream as a black man VTuber? Is that wrong? Are people allowed to do that? Should they be canceled for it? Asking for a friend. Was those black rappers created by white people? You hit it right on the head. So the issue is not the stereotypical AI rapper or the lyrics. The issue is that white people created it. Shake my head. Mine. Yeah, I guess that is the problem, right? Not wrong, it's weird, but only wrong if she's disrespectful to the culture. Gotcha. Isn't that called digital blackfacing? Is that what it's called, Morby? I mean, is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Well, white people created many things, as do black, but making it a race thing is definitely the American way. Definitely. And here's the other thing. Without white people, rap music wouldn't exist. And I know that sounds fucked up and wrong. But if it wasn't for white people signing black artists, and I know this sounds awful, but would hip hop be where it was today? If it was just black people doing black art only, would it be the same cultural? Would it have the same cultural impact? I don't know, and I'm not trying to say one way or the other. That's the question that comes to my mind is, and the idea is that there was a lot of white people who brought black people to the forefront. I mean, if you want to talk about, I mean, Eminem discovered 50 Cent. I know Dr. Dre discovered Eminem. What are some other ones? God, there's tons of it. I mean, Dr. Dre in himself was brought to the forefront by white people. I know Suge Knight was Death Row, but they still was. It was a conglomeration. It was a what do you call it when two people work together? Fuck. A collaboration, if you will. Did he? I didn't know that. You don't get credit for opening the door after you're the one who closed it. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's giving white people too much credit. I'm just saying, hip hop would still exist, but would it exist in the same cultural impact that it does today? Just asking. Not trying to take a side there. Giving white people, you don't get credit for opening the door that you closed. I get that. Did he? I didn't know that. I'm glad that music always has been borrowing, but outright stealing and not giving credit stinks. Well, that's different. That's different from what we're talking about here. We're talking about we're talking about. Well, I guess that works. I mean, because when you look at the idea of like Elvis and how Elvis sort of got his material, his source material was taken directly from black people. We went over that, right? So yeah, that is shitty, and it is stealing, and it is sort of that reverse role, right? Like if a black person was to be a white VTuber, is that okay? That's definitely okay, right? If a black person was to be a white VTuber, that's totally fine. And even if they were shitting on white culture, right? Like if a black person was in there like and sitting there just like, I'm going to eat my macaroni and mayonnaise sandwich and I'm just a cracker who fucking loves the KKK, whatever it is, right? Like if they were, even if the black person was disrespecting white culture, would that be wrong? America would exist too, but that again is giving white people too much credit for the hard work black and indigenous people. Okay, I'm gonna say an unpopular thing here, but if it wasn't for white people, hypothetically, just thinking outside the box here, if there wasn't a white person to direct and organize the indigenous and black folks, would America exist the way it exists now? But moving Dutchman, thank you so much. Anna Banana, thank you so much for that gifted sub, you beautiful human being. I hope you're doing I love you, buddy. I love you. Hold on, let me see here. This is sparking some real discussion here. People are getting mad, but hold on, we gotta give some love to MD here.
Hello, Moving Dutchman. This is Gandalf. Thank you for all that you do for this channel, and always remember, a Moving Dutchman is never late, nor early, but arrives precisely when he means to.
Thank you, Moving Dutchman. I love you, baby boo. We would definitely be healthy and live. Were they wearing sandals without socks? Oh, sorry, but what even is white culture? I don't know. It's drinking milk. I don't know. Drinking milk. Being on time. I don't know. What is it? What is white culture? What is a woman, for that matter? That is right. If by what you have now you mean a diseased land and diseased people, yes, you were right. Well, I'm saying that I know America is in the decline right now, right? Like there's nobody here that's good. Okay, someone hold my beer. I got this. Okay, Nader. I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was about to say. That's weed, man. That's the weed, bro. That's the weed and the Celexa. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Wait a second. What I meant, Raina, was would America have reached the peak of what they have? I realize America's in the decline right now, and people here are fucking. It's just getting worse. But I'm saying America, in the short time it's been around, has made a huge impact, and we've gone from, this scrappy little rebellion to a world leader, world power. Would it be the same without the travesties, without the tributizing, without the horrors that were bestowed upon the people who were found here and the people who were unwillingly brought here? Would it still be a powerhouse of a country, or would we be something else? I don't know. I mean, white people left America alone for a long time. Yeah. Oh no, bad connection. I am in a train. I'll say bye as long as I can. Lyric, awesome stream today. Love you, boss sluts. Morby, love you. I hope your headache's going away. Would we be like Africa? Would we be like Africa, which is a very how do I say this without sounding terrible, but it's a very complicated place, right? All the countries that exist in Africa are definitely not killing it like America is even currently, right? So would we end up like a big third world country, or would we end I'm not sure.
Taken advantage of, pillaged, raped.
Look, Raina's in
Those
here.
are better words. Like, this conversation is stupid.
Oh, Raina's
Just
mad.
for conversation's sake. It's dumb.
Raina's mad.
I'm not mad, it's stupid. It sounds dumb.
I'm just asking questions.
I'm so glad that I don't have to type all this. They're dumb. They're dumb questions. I love you, they're dumb questions.
Okay, they're dumb questions.
Okay.
But they're questions nonetheless. I have a white friend that was born in Nigeria. They named her Ivory. That's tight. €9 ticket. That's more be cursing through Germany. Das I can't even speak it. I don't even know how to do it. You got it. Okay. Well, Raina says this conversation's dumb, so I guess we'll have to. She is our judge today. Well, white people create many things, as do. Okay, we read that. I need some bubble tea now. I'd recommend matcha, brown sugar, boba. It is totally stupid to demand that the Capitol Records should throw them out. Music is music, and grow up, everyone. Gunna is in jail for gang activity. Is he not? Not for lyrics that almost every black hip hop artist propagates through music. Literally, a lot of rappers have been under investigation for rap lyrics. He's been going on since the 2000s and even before that, hence the hip hop police. Gunna isn't, yeah, exactly. Gunna's in jail for more than that. Bruh, it's a fucking cartoon. Judge, jury, executioner. I mean, and Korea is doing okay. Yeah, Korea's doing fine. Especially the north part, right? Okay, so this is just industry blackout. This is what their post was. This is who was really initiating the march on Capitol Records. So let's keep going here. FN Meka, or rather the creators of FN Meka, have been criticized for mimicking police brutality using the N-word on songs like 2019's Moonwalkin'. The automated MC's major label debut single Florida Water, which features recently arrested rapper Gunna, who was indicted partially over his lyrics and social media posts for conspiring to violate RICO laws. So yeah, they were using Gunna's lyrics as part of their investigation against the Young Slime gang. Or what are they called? Young Slime dudes? Whatever. YSL? Young Slime something. Anyways, yeah, they're a real gang. Industry Blackout noted that Gunna is currently incarcerated for rapping the same lyrics this robot mimics. The difference is okay. We know that activists demanded the termination of CMG's and FN Meka's partnership, as well as a public apology, FN Meka's removal from all platforms. Capitol complied with the first two, but it's doubtful if FN Meka or other virtual artists are going anywhere. Factory News, Anthony Martini wants to be the MCU of recording industry, creating a universe of music characters. Well, if Marvel has proven anything, it's that formulaic rehashing of familiar material is big business, even if it's really all just a bunch of tennis balls on a stick. Anyways, I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was a really interesting question about where we're going with technology. I think this is it draws, questions about creativity. It draws questions about, what we can say, how we can say it, who can say what. I know that our conversation kind of got off of track of this particular subject, but I think that you can take these sort of subjects and keep moving on and on and on and on and on and on, and you're always going to run into walls and you're always going to run into pushback, as we saw with Raina. Raina felt so compelled about this conversation. She got up and interrupted the stream just so she could not have to type it all. I'm going to make a white VTuber character. He's going to be a pimento cheese sandwich. Oh, don't say that. We never get off the rails. It's true. We're never off rails here. We always on there. And look, it's Idris Elba. And this person. What's that lady's name? The lady, whatever her name is. Who cares her name? I don't know. I think it's completely fascinating. And personally, I'm going to say it. I don't personally care that this robot is out there dropping N-bombs and such, but I see why people are out there upset. I'm not black. I don't share that kind of, I guess I don't share that kind of animosity towards that word. Although my family, I got a lot of black family members, and I would never want anybody talking out of term around them like that. But we're talking about art. We're talking about music. We're talking about something that's not even real for the most part. It's just, ones and twos, or I'm sorry, zeros and ones. And I don't know. I think that it was just a little bit much. That's all. And it was a black rapper rapping, right? It was a black rapper rapping the lyrics. So it's not like it was some white dude in the background. Or maybe it was an Asian guy doing it at first, because they hinted that it was the Asian dude, maybe the voice of him as well. So it could have been an Asian dude. But honestly, if it was a black rapper who was saying the N-bomb, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, when you have white people out there dropping N-bombs, that's different. It's inappropriate. But again, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, fucking woke culture strikes again. I get it. I get why people are pissed off. Just me personally, I don't care. That's the only thing. That's all. That's it. I don't really give a shit that this robot said the N-word and perpetuated negative stereotypes that real rappers do all the time anyways. He's only doing what real rappers do all the time. Just another day on the PlayStation Network. Yeah, right? Right. That's another thing, too. It's like, if you guys want to know what PC is, if there's anybody in stream right now or anybody listening that is super PC, it was just like, this is not right. Don't ever go on the any gaming networks. Don't play Xbox. Don't work in a homeless shelter. Don't work at a retirement home. Don't work in the gaming industry. I'd say I am, but yeah, I get all the sides. Well, yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't want to sound insensitive to the situation. I just don't. It's like, I don't care that, like, there's so many people who care that trans men are playing in women's sport, or I'm sorry, trans women are playing in women's sports. I can see why people are pissed. I can see why people want to happen. Again, I personally don't give a shit. Let them do whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. So that's how I kind of see this. Like, if my son, who is part black, hears him say the N-word, is my son going to crumple up and wither away and feel unsafe? Is he going to cry? Is he going to not be able to go to school the next day because he needs time to recover from the trauma he suffered from hearing this robot say the N-word? No, because my son's not a brittle spirit. My son's not a fucking a little jackass who's going to sit there and be, everything makes me mad. It's a fucking robot. But again, mad respect to people who are offended by this, because again, I'm not black. I don't know what that word, how that word affects me is different how it affects other people. So again, I see what's going on here, but it's a fucking robot, friends. It's a fucking robot. He can say half of the word only, but we play custom tournaments. That's all I play. Is GTA? Yeah, I feel you though, Morby. I do feel you. I mean, it is like